Hello and welcome back. So far in this course, we have been working with a simple hotel model where we have very few properties like the name of the hotel, the city of the hotel, the price of the hotel, and so on. But in this lecture, we are going to create a proper hotel schema, which we are going to save in the MongoDB database. And for that, we are going to define a proper hotel schema. So if I go to VS Code, and here, if I go to hotel.js file where we have defined our hotel schema, currently we have only few fields like the name of the hotel, the description of the hotel, the price of the hotel, city and ratings. But now I'm going to add few more fields in this hotel schema and I'm going to change the validation. So first of all, two hotel can have the same name. They can be present in different cities, but they can have same name. So I'm going to remove this unique validator. Okay. Then I also don't want this min length and max length for the hotel name. So I'm going to remove these two validators as well. But here I'm going to add another validator, which is trim, and I'm going to set it to true. Now this trim is not actually a validator. What it is going to do is, while specifying the hotel name from the client, if we have added a space before or after the name, this trim will trim those spaces. So that's why I have added this trim property here. In the same way, let me copy this object from here, and for the description also I want to make it a required field. It is going to store a string value, and I'll set the trim to true. After that, I'm not going to have a price property here. Instead, I'm going to have a type property, and the type is going to be a string value. So let me change the data type here, and it is going to be a required field, and I'm not adding min or max validator here. So type is going to be a required field, and here let's say hotel type is required, and here let's say hotel description is required. Okay, then we have this city property, which is going to be a string value and it is a required field, and here let's say hotel city is required, so this is correct. Then I want to have an address field, so instead of ratings I'm going to specify address. This address is again going to be a string value, and this address is also going to be required. So here I'm going to set required to true. Okay, and let me also specify the custom validation error message for this field. So I'll copy this, and here let's say hotel address is a required field. Then I want to have another field called distance. So let me copy this and let me paste it here. And here the distance field is basically going to tell how far that hotel is from the airport. So the type is going to be number here, and distance is also a required field. Let me set it to true. But here I'm not going to add any custom validation error, or maybe let's say hotel distance from airport is required. And also for this type field, we are basically going to store what type of hotel we are creating. So the hotel can be a hotel, it can be a resort, it can be, let's say, an apartment, it can also be a villa, or it can also be a cabin. So these can be the value for this type property of the hotel. Then after distance, I also want to have images for the hotel. So here I'm going to specify another property called images. And here one hotel can have multiple images. And here in this images property, we are going to store the image URL. So here the type is going to be an array of string, and it is not required field. Initially, we are not going to set any image for the hotels. So that's why I'm not making it as required field. But this images, it is basically going to store an array, and in that array we will have image URLs. Then I'm also going to have the rating field. Here the type is going to be number. This is not a required field, but here I'm going to set the min and max. So minimum rating should be 0 and maximum rating can be 5. Now the most important property is rooms. So each hotel is going to have some rooms. So here I'm going to specify the type of this rooms property as an array of string. Why? Because in this array, we are going to store the IDs of the room objects. So in the future lecture of this course, we are also going to create a model for rooms, and whenever a new room will be created, it will have a unique ID. And we are going to store the ID of a room which belongs to that hotel in this rooms array. Okay, so let's say if this hotel has 10 rooms, then this rooms array is going to store 10 unique rooms ID. Okay, and initially when we will create a hotel object, that time we are not going to specify rooms. So that's why I'm not setting this property as required. First, a user can create a hotel object. He can create a hotel, and later he can create rooms and assign those rooms to a hotel. So initially when the hotel will be created, for that hotel, we will have no room. And that's why I'm not setting these rooms as required. Then in a hotel, we will have multiple rooms and one or more room will have cheapest price. So when a user is searching for a hotel in a city, at that time, I also want to show him the cheapest price of a room in a searched hotel. So for that, I'm going to create another property called cheapest price. Okay. And this is going to be a number type. So type is going to be number and it is going to be a required field. So I'll set required to true because I want to show the cheapest price for each hotel so that it will be easier for the user to decide whether he should select that room or not. And then I also want to make some of the hotels featured. So for that, I'm going to create another property called featured. Here, this property is going to store a Boolean value. It is going to store either true or false. And by default, the value for this featured is going to be false. So here I'm going to set default as false. Right. So this is our new hotel schema. In there, we have several fields and some of the fields are required and some are not required. Let me go ahead and let me save the changes here and let's try to create some hotel documents. So in order to create some hotel documents, what I have done is I have created some dummy hotel objects and in there I have only used the required fields. So name is required. So I have used the name field, description is required, type is required. We have category. So a hotel can have a category which is going to store a string value. Let me go back and let me see if I have added category or not. So here I have not added category. Let me go and let me also add category. Okay. And this category is going to store a string value. So let me set the type as string. Actually, it should be an array of string because one hotel can have multiple categories. Okay. And it is also going to be a required field. So I'm going to set it to true. Let's save the changes. So let's go back to our dummy hotel documents. So let me go ahead and let me create this document. Okay, here I have only specified the mandatory fields which is required to create a hotel document, and along with that I have also added this ratings field. Actually it should be ratings because we have named our property as ratings. So this should be ratings for all the document. Okay, and here let me go and let me copy this first document and let's try to create a new hotel document using this dummy data. Let's go to Postman and in there let's go to create new hotel document. Create new hotel request. In the request body, let me go ahead and let me specify that hotel document and let's send a request. Before that, let me go to Compass and if you see currently we do not have any documents in this hotels collection. So let's go back to Postman and from here let me create this hotel document. And here we have received 500 internal server error. So something has gone wrong. And in the terminal, I don't see any error. So there's something going wrong with the validation. So some validation is failing. What I'll do is let's go to hotelscontroller.js and we are making a request to this create method, right? Basically, this create method, this create function is the route handler function for handling the post request. There in the response, after we are sending this message, after that, I'm also going to add, I'm going to append the error message. So on this error object, we will have a message property, which I'm going to append. Let's save the changes now. Let's go back to Postman again and let's make the request. And you'll see that here we have a validation error and it says distance cast to number failed for value 16 miles. Okay, we have set the distance as number type, but in here for the distance we are passing a string value. Okay, so what I'm going to do is actually in the model, I'm going to set this distance as string. So here I'm going to set it as string. Okay, let's save the changes now. Let's go back to Postman and this time let's see if we have any other validation error. Okay, we do not have any other validation error and you will see that this hotel document has been created. If I go to Compass and there if I refresh the collection, there we have that hotel document. Let's try to create one more hotel document. So again, I'll go back to this test data. From here, I'll copy this hotel document. Let's go to Postman. Let me paste that hotel document in the request body. And again, we are going to make a post request to create a hotel document. Let's send this post request. And we have received this 201 created response. So this hotel document is also created. If I go back to Compass and if I refresh the page, now we have two hotel documents. And in this way, we can add multiple hotel documents. But instead of doing it manually, what we are going to do is, in the next lecture, I'm going to show you how you can import collection data from a JSON or CSV file. So we can have all our documents in a JSON file and we can simply import it inside a collection. That we will learn how we can do that in our next lecture. This is all from this lecture. If you have any questions from this lecture, then feel free to ask it. Thank you for listening and have a great day.